It's always good to be back, guys. It's a Thursday evening. Time check 9 p.m. obviously, and once you see my big head, you know we are in the lounge. I've got two beautiful men, and when I use the word beautiful because today we'll be talking fashion. But before we go there, last week we spoke about men, money, and success. Is it that men naturally want to be successful, they want to be rich, or is our responsibilities that make us chase the money? We had some good discussions, but it all ended that, hey, it's just a responsibility that get us there to fight so hard to want to be rich. Guys, let's all congratulate also Aram. Aram won the second episode of the Live Inside Win the Ride. She's taking away the Renault Duster, brand new vehicle. And she'll be chilling, I guess. I'm wondering where she is by now, Charlie. But, you know, it's a bit sad. The other person, what's the name again? Yeah. Ada, yes, Ada. I'm sad. I thought Ada should have been given at least a bicycle or something. I mean, to have been in that car for all this time and Aram takes the thing away there, Charlie. I think it's not on, guys. So, the people in Renault, look, find some small one, motorbike, something. The second winner must have something. You know what I mean? So, guys, like I said, you're welcome to ETV Ghana, the men's lounge. Join us, feel free. On our WhatsApp, it's 0202222054. And also on all our Instagram pages at ETV Ghana. That's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at ETV Ghana. Join us. Stay tuned, we'll be back shortly after this break. If you're just joining us, it's ETV Ghana. We are in the men's lounge. So when we started, I did mention that I've got beautiful men in the studio, and I use the word beautiful, especially because I'm talking fashion today. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Nana.
It's great to see you, Nana.
I'd have you introduce yourselves. So I'll start from you.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Senyo Foli. I'm designer and founder of the fashion brand of the same name, Senyo Foli.
Is that all we need to know?
You can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on the website, it's senyofoli.net. So that's where you can find all we do.
Good to see you, Senyo.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kofi.
Kofi, Ochridako. On the streets, they call me KOD, like you like to call me. The last time I checked that, I think I still have an English name, two of them, or Christian names as we call them.
Kofi, you do?
I do.
Eh?
Yes. I'm really ashamed of the middle one, actually. The first one is Richard.
I'd like to hear it.
Richard, and there's a Churchill in the middle.
Oh,
Richard
my
Churchill.
Yes.
God.
So
I mean,
Richard,
come to think,
Churchill,
Yeah.
Kofi,
It's
Charlie,
almost
don't
Winston,
get it.
right?
I know, right? No, I
almost
think
Winston.
the Churchill
My
is actually
God.
from Winston.
Ah.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Nice,
You know,
nice,
I'm sure at
nice.
the time my dad had
Yeah.
followed his exploits.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes, I have. I had to. That's my name right in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
No choice.
I see.
Yeah.
I had to.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Kofi,
Yes.
Akwaba.
It's great to see you,
Good to
Nana.
see you.
Great to
Good
see you. Great to see you.
So today we're talking fashion, and most essentially, we want to look at men and fashion. Is it that it's just our quest to want to look good, or there's something that pushes us? I mean, before we even get so deep into it, what's a man's understanding of fashion in our current trends, really?
Well, I think for it's not only about men. It's people in general. Fashion is a way of expressing yourself, and it's so important. Before we got on set, Bra Kofi was talking about.
Is bra also part of that?
Bra Kofi was talking about how he got his first job,
Yeah.
and the underlining thing was that he was looking good. Right, that is very powerful. I feel it's very powerful to look good. It makes, I think, it convinces everybody 50% who you are, if not 70%.
Even if you're blockheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if
Yeah,
you're
it's true.
blockheaded.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you know that expression of dress how you want to be addressed.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It really works.
Yeah.
It really works.
It convinces people, I think, 70% of who you are, and that's important because who you are, you're supposed to dress to project who you are, right? So when you get that right, whether you're looking like Mick Jagger or you're looking like, you know, like a very, 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 well, a millionaire, You know, you can convince somebody that you're a billionaire
Yeah,
when you don't have 2 CDs in your pocket.
exactly.
Do we assume that's what's making fraud really work now? Kobe, what's your take on it?
You
I mean,
never know.
men in fashion.
Oh.
How do you see it as a trend?
I mean, I think that really everyone believes in stepping out and looking good. Psychologically, it affects your confidence. You know, you walk into a place and you know that you're well dressed. You know, you feel good about yourself. And like we said earlier, if, for instance, like I said off air, I was looking for a job. I went for a job opportunity. I'm sure there were people in there who were much more qualified than I was.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, just based on how I carried myself, how I spoke confidently, they gave me an opportunity. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't take out fashion out of humanity. It's part of us as
It's
a people.
part of us as
Yeah.
a people.
Once you're alive, you need to look good all the time.
And so it's not only the women then, because I mean,
No,
I had
it's
some
not. It's
discussions
not-
with
it's
the
not
women,
just-
and
no,
I learned,
no.
you know, they have to sometimes look all with this makeup and everything
Yeah.
No.
to,
Yeah.
to boost up
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
confidence and all that.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are certain men who make up actually.
Oh yeah, it's part of
Exactly.
grooming lately,
And-
isn't it?
and
It's part
that's-
of grooming.
That's the that's how men's fashion has evolved
Evolved.
today. It's like it's becoming more sophisticated. It's becoming more liberal. You know what I mean? Stuff that there are stuff that men are wearing today. You couldn't get away with it
Yeah, that's
10
right.
years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Some sorts of fabrics, some
Choice of colors.
choice of colors,
Yeah.
some silk.
Yeah, it's part of the things that are
Exactly.
becoming.
And you
Exactly.
see those wedge shoes now that men are carrying around. Who's an example? I watch a lot of football. Pep Guardiola has
Okay.
some really, really thick soles. I mean, it's in now. It's
Yeah.
it's quite.
But you
in
know
now.
the thick soles they're not really new. Our
They're not-
fathers wore the guarantees.
Yeah, but there are lots of things that the men can get away with today because it's evolved
Yeah,
and
and a few others they can't.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
So-
many years ago, not to cut you short,
Yeah.
I wore a pink shirt. You know, I'd come back from England. I was feeling good about myself, you
Yeah.
know, at the turn of the last millennium. And people were like, Charlie, in a bear man watch a pink
sure,
shirt.
sir.
I said,
Oh.
pink shirts, man.
But then, Kofi,
Yeah.
you know, that makes me want to ask.
Yeah.
So how has fashion evolved and amongst men, really?
Yeah.
I mean, how has it evolved? I remember I saw, I don't know whether it's the right choice of word, but the bar trousers.
Yes.
And it was a
That
thing
was
about
from the
20 years
70s.
ago, right?
The
Or
boot cut.
even
Yeah.
30 years, I
No,
guess.
no. Well, that
But-
part of fashion that it goes and comes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's coming again.
It's coming. I still own a
Right.
couple.
Yeah, it's got keep it.
Yeah.
You'll need it in a few years. It's coming back again. Now we're carrying, men are carrying clutches
I know.
and handbags, and it's stylish. We get away with it. Have you seen what's his name from Pharrell? Have you seen Pharrell lately? Like even I do now. I mean, I'm sure you do. There's men are carrying like handbags and clutches now that
I
are
have a
designed
couple.
for men,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So it's becoming so much more sophisticated and so much more. You can do whatever.
And of course, back in the days, it was seen as a woman thing.
Well, it's
I know.
women. Yeah.
But now it really
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, we've really evolved. Looking at us from back in the day when fathers
There you go.
wore their clothes and went to funerals or
Yeah.
other social gatherings.
Yeah.
Akinte, you know, they always felt very good in whatever they wore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ball powder kakra, tutu ntuma, you know, whether you're going to a funeral, an outdooring, or a festival. Until the whites came, and then the educated elites in the society decided to start wearing the top hats
Yeah.
and started wearing suits.
Yeah.
And then, you know, those who wanted to belong to the high life, that's when high life got into our system.
Yeah.
Those who wanted to belong to the high life but didn't really, were aspired from a distance, also emulated how people dressed then. You know, this is probably towards the Second World War. Post Ghana's independence, we've
Yeah.
evolved as a people in terms
Yeah.
of what we wear. And really, very often, it's more of trends from the West.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from the two of you, I'd assume that fashion amongst men is something we really do care about. But generally, do men care about fashion? I mean,
Yes, we do. I
well,
mean,
yeah, sometimes
generally-
Sraka and Serbia will just get up and Charlie, you know what I mean?
generally, we are conservative people, Ghanaians,
Yeah.
but you cannot understate the influence of the internet today.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge, has had a huge influence on fashion, and it's, I think it's largely positive. In my view, it's largely positive because I think due to the internet and what it is today, African fashion has traveled and it's
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah.
and
It really has.
Yeah, so and it's just uplifted our whole industry. I mean, it's really accepted. I don't know what it would have been without the influence of the internet, social media. It's really evolved. So imagine without internet, what would our conservative society be? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because we see a lot of, now we see Western fashion and what's trending, and we all want to dress like that. We all
Yeah.
want to look, even though, you know, you try to pick your own style. I mean, dress your own way and pick your own style and be who you are. You still get influence from what you see on internet
Yeah,
and
true,
all that.
True
So
that.
I think the internet has played
Yeah.
a tremendous.
It really has.
And right from, you know, someone deciding to dress up a certain way to work, even people who work in in corporate organizations.
Yeah.
Previously, people would just wear their ties and
Yeah.
simple black shoes
Yeah.
and black socks. It's changed a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell that it's what people are wearing very well fitted
Yeah.
suits.
Yeah.
Not just
Yeah.
wearing any
People
baggy
are-
or
You know,
just,
lately
paying
some
more
brands,
attention.
even some brands are being very particular about these things. They
Yes.
specifically tell you how they expect you to look.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't say suit into not just a
Yeah,
suit to be.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you need to wear to fit you, not just because you have to be in
I mean,
so you wear something.
this was made not too far from here. This is actually a Ghanaian-made suit. I'm wearing a Dan Morton suit.
Beautiful.
Just up the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it's well tailored.
Yeah.
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 You know.
So then I then would assume that men do care about fashion.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
absolutely.
We do.
Not just the
Absolutely.
women,
Absolutely. And again, just to reiterate what I said, generally we Ghanaians are conservative, but I think
Haven't we changed over time?
yes, we've changed. But what
I think
what
we
has been
have.
the catalyst of the change?
I think the internet's played a major role here.
Huge.
Yeah.
But again, don't you think it's probably also come from a certain decision that, you know, some leadership or some of us have decided to make? Because there's one thing I've realized, and I've had a lot of people sending messages to us that, look, guys, so we are fortunate to have decided some years ago that on Fridays we'd have African wear.
Yeah.
Couldn't it be the other way around?
Yes.
So much that Monday to Thursday,
We
corporate
were-
world,
we were- no,
rather have
listen,
the African wear.
let-
And then
let
on
me-
Friday, we decide to go the
the
other.
Yeah.
first time I went to Abidjan,
Yeah.
I realized that they don't have anything like Friday. They wear it every day.
Yeah.
The Nigerians do same
So
as
what
well.
are you waiting for?
I don't
Yeah.
know what we're waiting for. man.
They do same as well.
I don't know what
They wear it every
No, no, no.
day.
Yeah.
Do you know how much, how big an influence, how big a boost that would give the fashion industry
Yeah.
in Ghana?
It will be,
Incredible.
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
you Monday to Thursday, Africa, and we can make those things corporate.
No, of course.
You
Yeah.
can make
Yes,
those
yes,
I
things.
mean, I think it's just a decision. Look, guys,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what we are doing. Let's do it.
It's simple. And if you are afraid that the white people will come to the meeting and they are all dressed,
Yeah.
well,
No, but they are wearing it
that-
anyway.
But
No,
then
no, no.
again, there are certain
That's-
corporate
the
organizations.
point
Let me
is-
use maybe the banks as,
Yeah.
as an instance. Let me say Barclays. It's
Yeah.
a global brand.
Yeah.
And they all have a certain way of dressing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So they want to follow that rule. But then if it's a Friday, okay, let's tone it down a bit. So we'll allow you to wear a Barclays polo shirt or a Barclays African print.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. It's
Yeah.
been made just for,
Yeah.
custom made for Barclays. So they'd allow you to wear that. But then based on how they do things worldwide,
Yeah.
they want to stick to, you know,
Yeah.
brand.
I haven't,
the brand.
I haven't been to Barclays Nigeria or Barclays Cote d'Ivoire. Is also strictly.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've been to Barclays in a few
Yeah.
countries.
But-
You see them.
But what-
Navy suits,
Yeah.
white tie,
Okay.
white shirt, black tie, blue
Yeah,
tie. You know. Yeah.
So talking about how, fashion has evolved, does it make men naturally be, I mean, want to be stylish, or there's a different, would you put a difference between somebody being stylish and somebody just wanting to look good? I mean, dressing up. Are there specific things you want to look at if you want to be stylish, or you want to just be someone who wants to look good?
There's a difference between being stylish and just dressing well, right? Style is...
Brand?
No,
it's just really more of one's way of expressing themselves.
yes,
fashion-wise.
style is a specific way of expressing yourself fashion-wise, like you said.
Yeah.
And there are different styles. So it's corporate, there is punk, there is hippie, there is rock star, there is traditional, there is indigenous. So, for example, let me use this as an example.
Yeah.
This is from punk rock style, right? And I carry this and I put on what we call a kaftan, and that is my expression of style.
Okay, so that's
Right.
style for you.
Right. And then you have, I mean, dressing well, you can dress well and that's it. And you can dress well every day and but style is like, when you see the person that is dressed, you see that it's a certain style, it's from a certain...
Uniqueness.
Yes.
It comes with that uniqueness.
You see, for example, somebody is wearing Buddha shorts. You know where that Buddha shorts or trousers is from, right? So
I get that.
style is...
Whenever I hear about style, I think about one person, One Love Kubola, who's been very consistent in how we see him. It doesn't matter where he goes to.
style.
So that's his
Yeah,
style.
that's his style.
That's what I was asking.
You know,
earlier.
and-
so would
and
you say
in
it's
his
brand?
case-
Would you say it's just
Yeah,
about
it's
brand?
part of his brand.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how cold it is, wherever he goes in the world.
Yeah.
I've seen him, I made an outfit for him once, but then I've seen him just about twice wearing shoes. No matter how cold it is, he'll still be walking around with no
the
shoes
guy is
on.
in Scandinavia
And that's
and
his style.
Chaliwati. Scandinavia.
Charlie, you just might not know.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
understand?
come
What
on.
if he's wearing some internal heater?
No, nothing like that. No thermal outfits that we can see, you know. So that's his style.
Yeah.
That's
So
his
Kofi,
style.
Kofi, I mean, say also when you're up and you want to think, putting up, making up, or getting yourself together, what comes to mind when you want to think about dressing for the day? Is it the trend? Do you want to consider the trend? Do you want to consider what you feel for the day? Or obviously, I know where or your schedule for the day would define what you probably wear.
yeah.
But is it that that being on the background, you want to look at the trend?
I think for
Or
me, I
you
look
want to
more
look at
at
what-
I look more at what my day is going to be like. If you know that you have quite a number of meetings, depending on the kind of people you're meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's important.
you dress to fit the occasion.
Yeah.
You dress appropriately for wherever you're going. But then again, using myself as an example, I started doing television and radio when I was very young, and based on what I'd heard from home, because my mother never encouraged me. She'd say, I don't want you to grow up and become a public toy. Yeah, that's how she described it. I don't want you to grow up and become
What be public toy?
Well, tell us.
public
You said
toy.
it.
You're a public figure. Everyone deals with you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't grow up and become a public toy. So
Well, you failed.
yeah, well, tell me about it. So I started working and being very conscious of the fact that there are certain families, certain homes that if you went to visit their daughter, for instance, based on what you do as someone in showbiz, they won't take you seriously.
It still works. So even
Yeah, it
now.
still works.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but I was pretty lucky. I had some good mentors growing up. So I was very conscious of looking a certain way. Because then again, I was very young. I was probably, I was 18, 19. As a production assistant on TV, I was 17 years. Do you understand? And to get people to appreciate you and take you seriously, I thought it was very important for me to look good, dress well.
Yeah.
And it worked.
I think that's a very important point. I mean,
And so obviously, what's ahead
Yeah.
defines
It really
what
worked.
you decide to
Yeah.
wear.
Yeah.
It really
So
worked.
It doesn't matter the trend.
It doesn't matter the trend.
It won't matter
Well,
to
I
you
guess-
the
I
trend.
guess- I guess
For me,
the-
trend doesn't matter.
Senyo,
I
what
guess-
about you? Like,
no,
would you look at
speaking-
trend or
well,
what you
I
have for
guess
the day?
your wardrobe that you've collected over the few seasons, or let's say few months, you've collected the trend. You understand? So the trend is, for example, ultra slim trousers and a certain, I don't know. And that over the fashion season, you've collected that.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
To a certain
Yeah.
extent. Yeah.
Because right now you don't have you have bootleg trousers.
I actually do.
Yes, but that's not the trend at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
So you're not pulling that out.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But then again, let me end. I think I'll cite myself as an example
Yeah.
very often. I've gotten to that point where I'm not too interested in certain things. Like, I'll just wear whatever I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still won't wear those bootleg trousers, my guy.
Whoa!
No, you won't.
I rock them well.
No, come on.
You
No,
don't
like,
think it
like
depends on where
today,
you go?
No.
today, I mean, those bootlegs, I told you.
Senyo, hold
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, yeah.
I think once, and I've been around for some time.
Yeah.
Once people know you, they know that any day, you're not wearing this because that's all you have.
Yeah.
You're not wearing this because you don't know what's new.
Yeah.
But that's what you chose to wear.
Yeah, and that it's an important point because
Someone
You
like
see-
Michael Jackson for the longest time was consistent
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
1960s through till
that-
he died.
That's
He
style.
never changed his style.
that's a
That's the
good
style,
point.
yeah.
And that brings us back to a certain point I have to make. Fashion, when you ask the well, let's, for lack of a better word, the gurus or the people at the top that determine what is trending for a season. Fashion has moved from the designer's hands into the consumer's hands. So you can design whatever,
Yeah.
but they'll select this and say, okay, this is my style, this will work with me.
Yeah.
And so if Bra Kofi decides to wear
Saying as we mischievous.
decides to wear bootleg trousers
Yeah.
tomorrow, and he can pull it off, with not just the trousers but the whole ensemble. He can do it. Then that's you will over time identify him
Yeah.
as that guy.
Because I mean,
Yeah,
if you found
yeah.
me dressed up that way, I mean,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Why not here?
yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
him.
normal.
Do you
and-
understand?
Yeah.
I have done that kind of thing over time. It's
Yeah.
become part of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know something? There's this thing. I don't know whether it's just a perception, but
Yeah.
a man wanting to look good, how expensive would you say it is? Some people see people look in a certain way, style, brand, and they think, wow, Charlie, that must be expensive.
Yeah.
But look, basically, a man wanted, like, how expensive would it be to look
You know,
that stylish? To
I mean,
look
there
that
are
good?
people who like to wear brands. I don't think
Yeah.
it's very important. If you ask me, I don't think so. This could be an unsold thing. You would pay a few
Yeah.
thousands
Few
of
thousand
pounds
dollars,
dollars or pounds for that. But it's a Dan Morton, made in Ghana, tailor made in Ghana.
Yeah.
It's very well made.
Very well made. I can wear this to any place.
Of course.
I can walk into anywhere wearing this. Do you understand? And it's affordable.
Yeah.
There are people who like to be identified as I'm wearing an expensive brand. There are people who would wear something with maybe the badges on them, probably the label on the rest, which is not done. Especially those of you watching back at home.
Please take those
please
things
take
off.
those labels
All
off.
right?
They're actually meant for you to identify
Yeah.
who made
Yes.
them, so
Yeah.
you don't open inside. Just take them off. Exactly.
Peel
Do
it off.
you understand? Just
Say it again.
Exactly. Yes. Peel it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
And so I mean, you're saying
So
that
just you don't have to spend so much money
to look good.
Yeah, the most important thing is making sure that you are getting the right sort of fabric. If it's cotton, don't wear polyester. Wear a good cotton shirt, for instance. If it's a certain what you call it, suiting fabric, just get the right one with the right composition of fabrics, not the cheap ones.
Not the cheap ones.
Affordable, but not over the top.
Again, I mean, if you buy something that's too cheap,
Yeah.
you are worrying yourself because you're likely to keep buying.
It's like wearing cream plain in 2019. Who would do that?
But yes,
do you know
no,
cream
no,
plain?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Pa.
Okay.
So we've come down to it can get expensive.
Yeah, it can get expensive.
Keeping up appearances is expensive. Yeah.
So,
If-
the,
if-
so the
if you-
perception is right.
But that's the thing. That
Yeah.
should it be a thing
No,
of
it
keeping up
shouldn't. It
appearances?
shouldn't be.
It should not be. Just be yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. So, but if you're talking about, you mentioned constantly looking good, right? So,
Yeah, I mean-
so because
I mean,
think about
so,
it.
there are people who won't change. They won't wear like 3 shirts in the same month, or
Yeah.
You have to see them looking different every day.
Yeah, and that's
it's become that's expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Who are you impressing? Just be yourself.
Yeah, it can be expensive, but I mean, you can be yourself, be decent
Yeah.
without spending a lot of money.
Without spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
So let's look at the man's closet.
Sorry.
No,
But
let me
the
hear you.
thing is that we, well, it used to be ladies who were always want to impress, but now it's like men also want to impress. You know what I mean? So everybody, you know, you go out and you see KOD, he's looking dapper, and then you like, I wish I you know, like I want to look like that.
That could be a
next
lot
time.
of money. That's what
You know
you're
what I
thinking,
mean? Yeah, like next time you want to look like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you start thinking about, okay, I need to buy that and I need to buy this.
Yeah.
And then you've got a two-piece suit, but you need a very good shirt. And then KOD has an expensive square, so you need to, you know, get a square. And then you're on the internet looking for stuff, and then you're like, I need this watch.
Yeah.
And then KOD is accessorized all over his dripping ice, and then you're like, oh,
stop
gosh.
describing the guy. Guys, if I leave this guy, he's going to go on and on and on. If you're just joining us, we are in the men's lounge. It's ETV Ghana. Every Thursday, you know what to do. So I'll take my second break. When I'm back, we'll look at a man's closet. I mean, what are the basic things? I don't assume it will be the same for both of you. I mean, I want to believe it will be different. But generally, a man's closet.
Okay.
What should a man have?
Well,
at least.
he'll go first.
And so we'll take this break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned. Tell you this. We seek to bring up the growing young men to become responsible, you know, old men. And so that was an investment tip for you. Don't buy on impulse. Don't take decisions, especially when it
It's a
comes to
terrible
investment on
thing.
impulse. You need to be very careful where you put your money. You need to look at that. Guys, we are back.
Thank you.
That was a very smart thing to say.
Yeah.
You know, my mom always advised me that once you buy new shoes, when you leave the shop, it's devalued by probably half the
Half
amount.
of it
Yeah,
already.
half of it
yeah.
already.
Just
So,
like cars.
yeah, don't,
I love cars. And so
don't-
whenever I
don't
see a car, I'm
spend
like,
money
Charlie.
on such vain stuff. Yeah.
Well, so KOD seems to agree.
Yeah, I
Kofi
totally
thinks it's just right.
Yeah.
That don't just spend money
No,
anyhow.
no.
Yeah,
Watch it.
I agree.
A man's closet. What are the general things? I mean, what are just the things that a man should have in his closet?
It's very likely you'd be invited to a wedding. It would be nice for you to have a very clean suit, probably navy, you know, all black
For weddings.
for weddings and such occasions. If you don't work in the corporate world, for instance, these days we wear a lot of whites to child naming ceremonies, to Thanksgiving service. So your white outfits, you should have one of those. You know, good shoes. You don't need a lot of shoes. Just a few good ones. You know, your brown, your black. Times have changed, so now people wear all sorts of colors.
Times have
Yeah,
changed.
times have changed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, growing up, people believe once you had one black shoe, you're good to go.
Yeah.
It's not like that now.
Now you
anymore.
have to match your
Yeah,
shoes
you have
with
to
your
match,
belt.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
And such and such. I'm a
Senyo, you
I'm a-
wanted Kofi to start.
I started for him to get in.
But are you done though? That would be
No,
it.
I mean those are just some of
Yeah.
the things you need. Your watch.
Okay.
It would be nice to have a good watch.
One or
Yeah,
two.
it took a very long
He's
time for me
being-
to own
he's being
one.
modest.
Yeah? I was never a fan of watches. I actually inherited a pocket watch from my grandfather that I wore for a very long time, for many years until I misplaced it. You know, so I never had a wristwatch on. Never.
I'll tell you a
Did
story
for
about
very long.
watches
Yeah,
when
tell
you're
me.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're only here now?
Yes.
And so the first time I decided to buy a watch,
Yeah.
I saved for almost a term of school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it was December 24th. I will mention the year. I think it was like 97 or somewhere. And then I decided to come to Accra to get, you know, some good ones, some chain Rolex thing.
Don't tell me you went to a circle.
Not circle.
Never. Can't tell me though.
There be Makola inside, or maybe I watch this in the water. So this is me happily get my watch, and you know 24th, how it's so
Yeah.
difficult to get a ride back home.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I joined struggling on a bus. You won't believe this.
Oh.
Brand new watch.
Oh,
By the time I got on the bus and got comfortable
Yeah.
standing somewhere good,
Trying to check
gone.
your time again.
like
What
really,
watch is gone.
It was gone.
it was gone. So I was so disappointed.
dear.
So I didn't put on a watch for so long.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to buy.
Yeah.
It hurts me so much
Yeah.
that I've had to save for a whole term of school,
Yeah.
buy a watch, and I don't get home with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got my first watch because my wife thought, what kind of old man's watch are you carrying? Come on, wear something.
The pocket
yeah,
one.
Yeah, the pocket one. Because I'd wear my trousers, you know,
Yeah.
my pants, and just have it in. If I want to check the time, I bring it out.
Yeah.
When we didn't have mobile phones,
Classic
I had
guy.
to do that way. you know.
Classic guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
He thinks it was an old thing, but he's
Yeah,
actually
no, I like
how
the fact
classic it
that
was.
Yeah.
I like the fact that everyone had to do this.
Yeah.
And
You
you
know,
have
and I had to bring it out of my pocket.
Yeah. He's about being different.
Exactly.
I like it.
Your closet.
I am a shoe guy,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and I'm a watch guy,
Okay.
and I'm a rings guy. Like I just like to, my hands should be full.
Boga, papa.
Yeah.
There's a bit of Ashanti in him.
Akachi Nikeke.
Yeah. a bit of
Yeah,
Ashanti
I
in
don't
him.
have changed that much. I mean, the bling is back in.
Yeah, it is.
But so I like shoes. I like very good shoes. I don't like to have like
No.
plenty shoes, like a lot
A
of
few
shoes.
good quality
But
ones.
yes,
Exactly.
I have very nice.
Now, there's something that's
good
missing in quite a
quality.
good number of men's closets these days.
What's that?
People are not wearing socks. I know it's an aim thing, but it's one thing I can't do. I can
okay.
see, I can't do it. I
Why?
can't do it.
I'm sure he's wearing socks.
I've got my socks on actually. but very
No,
low.
I mean, I understand,
I'm sure
but
he's
I just
wearing-
can't. I just can't
Yeah,
do it. I
yeah.
can't. It needs to be seen.
Yeah. Personally,
Does it have to be
personally.
seen?
No,
personally, I like those
listen,
invisible stuff.
But
So
if you
that's your
wore
style
the,
then.
hold on, if you wore the invisible, I think it's because of an experience I had growing up.
Hmm.
There's one day I was going to say hello to my uncle. An uncle of mine had come down, and I had some very fashionable uncles. The first person I saw ever in Ghana owning a tailcoat was an uncle of mine, and Nana Y, Abapo Hotel in Tema. You know, I was going to visit him with my mom. I was well dressed. I think I was about 9 years then, and I didn't have my socks on. You know, I had worn my white shirt, tucked in properly, going to visit my uncle. I'd come into town, wearing shoes with no socks. My mom was like, Debbie, a brand here, dear.
Yeah,
So
but-
dressed, yeah. I saw show socks.
yeah,
It stuck in my head.
yeah. It's
So
a
I mean,
a
we've
lesson you
evolved.
carried.
It's become part of me. People would
lesson.
wear tie these days with no socks. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lesson you
But
carried
does
from.
it? Is it wrong?
I don't think
Well,
it's
I mean,
wrong.
fashion-wise,
I don't think
now
wrong.
it's okay.
That's,
It's okay.
Yes,
Now
that's-
it is okay.
That's the evolution
But you
we're
could
talking about.
not have dressed like that 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. That's
No
the
way.
evolution we're talking about. Is it? I don't like socks.
You've always been like that.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, if it was sneakers back then, I would wear socks because I was going to do sports and it's sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, now even if I wear shoes, there are some outfits that you just have to wear socks.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to, then I just avoid it. And I mean, I wear socks, but it's all invisible. I'm sure you're wearing
Yeah.
socks
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
I am.
I am wearing socks, but and it's the style and it's nice and it's it doesn't conflict with it's because socks is another thing to that can potentially conflict with your outfit,
Yeah.
right? So if you're wearing socks, it has to match in a way. Or
Well, let's
yeah,
look at this.
yeah, but even
Right.
this is fashionable
Yeah.
now. It's multicolored. So, but back to the wardrobe
Your
thing.
closet.
And what to have.
Yeah, I still keep my shoes in the box
It's a
Wow.
good thing.
Yeah.
I do say
because I
Do you
don't.
polish the soles of your shoes?
I clean the soles of my
Yeah,
shoes. If
yeah.
I have white shoes or white sneakers, or I clean the sole of the shoes. I just they have to be well kept because I love my shoes.
Yeah.
You know what? And watches. I like watches a lot. Or also like very well protected and all that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I think good shoes for men. Some one or two nice watches. I used to be a wallet guy, but I don't know. It's fading away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you keep your money? You just walk around with an ATM card.
Yeah.
Society is changing.
The ATM fits in your
I know,
breast
right?
pocket,
Yes,
right?
it does.
So,
It does.
so,
Or your coin pocket.
yeah, your coin pocket.
Yeah,
or
Charlie,
your-
when the fashion guys are talking, yeah, breast pocket, coin pocket, something else. Charlie.
Yeah, and
Really?
so yeah, and then of course, he already mentioned that at least a good navy suit,
Yeah.
and a black suit,
Yeah.
very good white shirts. I think some very good white shirts is necessary.
I love to keep
Necessary.
white shirts.
Yeah, I like white shirts.
I don't know,
a
for
lot.
some reason, I feel white shirts make me very confident.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
white-
Well, it
I-
says a lot about you.
Yeah, I
It
mean, I
does,
just
yeah.
love white shirts. And
Yeah.
so
White
countless of them,
white
I keep them.
is the psychology of white. They say is confident and it's clean. So when your white shirt is clean and crisp, you get it's a boost.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I get it that generally a man should have, you want to consider some occasions that
Yeah.
definitely, I mean, being
Yeah.
a man, you want to attend, and so some suit here and there,
Yeah.
some white for that.
Yeah.
You never mentioned church, something for church.
Church. I mean,
You can take a
you
suit.
can
to
take a
church.
suit to church.
You can
You
take
can
a
wear
white
the
shirt.
same white shirt.
Yeah,
wear
guys
to
wear
church.
But let's talk about African wear. You
Yeah,
can, I
exactly.
mean, now for us Africans and worldwide is being embraced, which
Yeah.
is
And you can take
you know,
these to anywhere, you
yeah,
know, the African
anywhere.
points,
You-
anywhere.
you-
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the reasons why we need to start promoting and keep pushing. For me,
Yeah.
I would so much support any
Monday
move
to
say
Thursday.
we won't have it Monday to Thursday.
Monday
Yeah.
to Thursday.
Lately,
Friday,
I have seen a lot of weddings,
Yeah.
especially in Nigeria, in London,
Yeah.
in UK.
Yeah.
Most of the Ghanaians I've seen no suit, nothing.
Yeah.
It's strictly
Yeah.
Look,
African
it's
wear.
not even
And you know
only-
the interesting thing? A lot of them come down here to get them and
Yes,
go back.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
It's,
how
it's not
much
only
we're making
it's
it.
not only the Ghanaians or the Africans. you
Yeah,
know.
even
The white
some
guys
white
like
guys,
look.
well.
I this is one of the proudest moments of my working career. I got a guy from Brazil who ordered one of our signature pieces. Brazil.
But you know, they appreciate what we wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look,
They do.
it's
Yeah.
it's
The
fashion.
Colombians,
Yeah.
they do.
It's fashion. They see it. They like it. That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Right. The second.
I mean, look at our
the se-
current British High Commissioner in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd rarely see him wearing a suit. He
Yeah.
wears
Yeah.
a lot
True.
of chocolates.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of chocolates.
A lot of chocolate, indeed,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he likes it. It's comfortable,
Yeah.
and it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the cluster of clothing on his back. Actually, it's white people. They don't like the suits because it's all very, a lot of clothing. So when they
It's
get
not really a lot of clothing.
No,
I think when you,
it's not a lot of clothing.
No. I think it's- When you wear it for some time, once it becomes part of you, you feel comfortable in that.
Yeah.
There are people who would say, can you imagine Fela in a suit? It would never happen.
Yeah.
Which fella?
Fela and Nicola Pukuti.
True.
It would never have happened in his lifetime.
It's so true.
You understand?
What would I say?
Exactly.
I mean, the guy wouldn't even want to
No,
put on
no,
singlets.
he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't.
He doesn't even
So,
want it.
I think it depends more on the individual. Once you do it for some time, it becomes part of you, and
Yeah.
also picking the right fabrics.
But
Yeah.
Kofi, your love for One Love
One love.
just makes me imagine
Yeah.
that guy in a suit. Man.
Yeah.
Would you imagine him
He
wearing a
would
suit?
look good in a suit, huh?
I can't see it. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I've experimented a few times with him. The
Yeah.
first time he wore actually an up and down kaftan
Yeah.
on TV, I made it for him. He looked good.
That's a
Kofi,
kaftan.
for
Yeah.
his
I
kind
know.
of his kind of
It
But for
works.
someone who wears skirts, yeah, kaftans would work, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what about
Yeah.
suits? I mean,
I
Now,
don't.
this is a challenge.
To be-
I'm
it's a challenge,
I'm
yes.
gonna get One Love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him a suit to wear. I'm actually collaborating with Dan Morton on a few things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get One Love a suit to wear.
I want to
before
see
the
that.
year ends.
So-
we'll do a photo shoot.
nice.
Yeah, let's see
Nice.
that.
So
I'd
One Love,
to see
we'll
that.
look out for it.
Yeah.
So Kofi, in that then, you want to tell me what you've been up to? It's been about,
there's so much
I
happening.
kind of think you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, I've been quiet for some time.
What's happening?
I
Too
still
much
work.
money.
Charlie, we're trying. I still work on the radio. I do my 2 to 5 on Star FM, Star Drive. 1957 is still running, and we have something huge just around the corner. It's the year of return, and we're having a very huge fashion show at the inside the Osu Castle, Christian Ball Castle.
Okay.
I'm sure some 95% of Ghanaians have never seen that building, in the inside of that building
inside,
before.
yeah.
We've always admired it from a distance.
Yeah.
We're taking fashion to the Osu Castle.
Nice.
Fashion and music, rhythms on the runway.
Okay.
We didn't have one last year. The last time we had one was when Ghana turned 60 at the State
60.
Banquet Hall.
Okay.
So we're taking it back. we're taking. It's a very special time.
That would
And
be beautiful.
it's a year of return.
Obviously, yes.
And most of our brothers and sisters were actually taken from the slave castles. So if we're returning, well, we want to come back through that same
Through
place.
that castle, yeah.
So we chose the Osu Castle for that event on the 31st of August.
Fantastic, you
Yeah,
got it.
really looking forward to it. And you know, it's amazing. I had a call from my friend Kwame John a couple of days ago telling me that, Kofi, you know, about 5 years ago, you actually mentioned that you don't want to have a show at the castle. But then I thought you were very, like, you must be out of your mind to think of going to have a show at the castle.
But you know,
who even goes to the castle?
If you have seen it, it's a beautiful place to
It
have a
is.
show.
Yeah.
You know, when the I remember the Ghana Tourism Authority.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the same people behind this whole year of return thing. When they were launching the See Ghana, Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, Feel Ghana thing, that was where it was launched, and it was beautiful.
Beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Beautiful. I saw it
And
myself.
for me, it's such an iconic building.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm very happy that you got it, but I'm asking whether how other Ghanaians can be able to see this castle, because that castle is so iconic to what we are as
Yeah.
Ghanaians. So we should.
Let me-
Everybody
let
should
me-
be able to.
Let me tell you what quite a number of
to-
people
to-
don't know.
to see- to
the
see the
castle is
castle.
not what it was maybe some 5 years or 10 years or
Yeah.
before Kwame Nkrumah's time. It's actually a museum now. That's what
Okay,
it is.
so anybody
It's a
can
place
go
that
and,
you can just walk in
yeah.
and visit.
Okay.
People still don't know that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
that. Yeah.
People still don't know that, but it's
Yeah.
not everything that going to the castle now is not like going to Jubilee House. It's totally changed.
Free,
Yeah.
okay.
There's some security there. You'd have to go through some security to get in
Yeah.
there, but it's totally different. Yeah.
It's
So-
not
Yeah.
as tough as it used
Yeah.
to
It's a
be.
good thing.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. Rhythms on the Runway at the castle.
Yeah.
Some incredible Ghanaian fashion designers and musicians, young and old. Do you remember Sabia Cropper?
Pa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
do
for
remember.
in the last 45 years, she's been consistently wearing her kente and selling Ghana's kente worldwide. We're honoring her on that night.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're honoring her on that night together with her brother Nene. We have a galaxy of the finest musicians in Ghana also on that same platform at Rhythms on the Runway. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, really
I'll be there.
looking forward- Yeah, definitely.
Look, I don't have a
Definitely,
choice. I
yeah.
have to be there. Senyo,
Yeah.
what's new?
So we what I'm wearing is part of the new collection, SS 2020. We call it SS Spring Summer
I
20.
know people always wonder why do we use SS in
Yeah,
Ghana?
well,
I keep telling them that the world has become a global village.
It's
Yeah,
and
we
you-
don't just make clothes for Ghana.
for Ghana.
Yeah,
we take it
yeah, we
outside.
take
So
it outside.
SS 2020, and it's called Martyrs of Africa. So what that is to we seek to recognize people, places, things, anything that has given themselves.
Is it matters like MATTERS?
MARTYR.
Okay,
Martyrs
okay, okay.
of Africa.
All right,
Martyrs, yeah.
great.
Right. So people, places, things that have given themselves to the story of Africa and
Yeah.
what they are. So throughout the collection, you would see hints of this and that.
Iconic personalities.
Iconic
and-
personalities.
Yeah.
No, even we seek to celebrate our gold, our oil,
Yeah.
our Shaka Zulu,
Everything that
Mansa
makes Africa
Musa.
Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
J.J. Rawlings, all these people. We tried. I draw.
And you got those glasses right, though.
I did, didn't I? I did. And so I tried to draw inspiration from all that as much
Yeah.
as we could. So
Yeah.
it's a collection of 36 pieces. It's a
Wow.
lot. And so the idea is to launch to release the first show we're doing. I think we should be able to do Glitz, and then
It's just around the corner.
just around the corner, and then we're going to South Africa in
It's
October.
October, yes.
After
Huge
yes,
show
in
there.
October, and then we're going to New York and Atlanta in February with the collection. So it's something to look out for. We had a what do you call it, an audition show, so to speak, with the Wearable Arts Agency. I don't know whether you heard about it. Some weeks ago, no, a month ago now already. So it's an agency that they are organizing the show in Atlanta and in New York.
Okay.
So we had sort of an audition, right, with lots of other Ghanaian designers, and we impressed there. So we're going to New York and Atlanta for it. The U.S. market is an important market
It
for
is.
us.
It is.
For me personally, our brand we sell a lot in South Africa. We have some partners there that sell a lot of our product in South Africa. So that's why we're going to South Africa again.
Nice. Nice.
And
Nice.
that's
Nice.
what's happening. Yes. So look
Good
out
to
for the
know.
new collection.
Yeah.
Locally, you should be at Glitz.
Okay. Okay.
It's-
So we'll be part of all that, and we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes.
Yeah.
We'll see through to make sure it happens and happens well.
Yeah.
We all have to be part of it. It's
Yeah.
our brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
So guys, if you're just joining us, it's still the Men's Lounge on ETV Ghana. After this break that I'm about to take, we'll start taking the phone lines and it will be open. So it will be 0555-657278. Feel free to join us with your phone calls and get to speak with my people here. And when we are back, we're going to ask one question. So do the women, the ladies, the girls, our wives, our girlfriends, side chicks, everything, do they influence how we dress? I mean, are they the reasons why we try to look good? Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Body types and shapes. Looking good is not a luxury, but a necessity for every man. The color and design of an outfit may matter, but that should be informed by the body type and shape. Are you super sure that you know your body type or shape? Your body type and shape should always take preference over fashion trends. Dress for the body type you have now, but not the one you desire to have. We have 5 body types: the triangular, inverted triangle, rectangular, oval, and the trapezoid group. Today we look at the triangular body shape. The triangular body shape men have a natural large base around the waist. They usually have a large stomach size, waist, and butt. Having this shape does not mean you are in bad shape. However, it presents a challenge in finding clothes that make your entire body appear proportional. Consider clothes that will create a balanced shape always. Avoid fitted polo shirts and roll necks.
Yes, we're almost done, unfortunately, but hey, we're still happy to have you. So we are back. I still have KOD and Senyo in the studio, and we'll be talking about whether wives, girlfriends, side chicks. You know, when I mention side chicks, Senyo gets very excited.
Oh my gosh.
So whether they influence
Yeah.
what we wear. In the meantime, the phone lines are also open. You can feel free and join us 0555-657278. And before I go on, so I've got some messages coming through. Good evening. Can you please ask KOD if I can be a volunteer or an intern on the upcoming show? This is coming from Kujakwa.
Kujakwa,
Kovi.
we actually put it out on our social media platforms. What you need to do is just call 020-555-1957, 020-555-1957, and it would be great if you have a fashion background, but we'll still get something for you to do. Yeah, we're opening it up for young people to come in, integrate, just mingle with people who have achieved. You learn a few things before you leave. Yeah.
Nice one. So Kabu Oman also thinks fashion has taken a global character and mixing up elements from various cultures.
That's true.
I think
Very
Kabu is
true.
very right.
Yeah.
And this is also coming from Stanley Ekolampte. Stanley says, fashion is a statement. It is evolving. It is dynamic. And men these days are fashion conscious.
Very.
Yeah.
So we have just about 2 minutes to wrap up whilst the phone lines are open.
Yeah.
Quick one. Do our wives, girlfriends, side chicks, do they influence what we wear?
Yeah, my wife does.
Yes, I think
My
so.
wife does.
I think
Let me
so.
tell you something. For many years, because of what I did as an event host, from the Miss Malaikas to Miss Ghana's to Ghana Music Awards and what have
I have
you.
something funny to tell you.
Yeah.
So,
Tell me.
oh, I saw your video.
Which one?
Nescafe.
Ah,
To the left.
I to the right.
You
So,
should look
you
at
know,
KOD then.
I
and
know,
now.
right? Hey, Charlie, we're guys, so.
I tell you, man.
Now you be guy.
Yeah,
Sure, to the left
we're
and to the
guys,
right.
and she told me something, especially before I turned 40. She was like, listen, as you're growing up, you need to bring the colors down, tone them down,
Yeah.
wear more subtle colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wear loud colors because you're growing. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't run away from it.
Obviously.
Imagine someone who wants to be very fashionable and stay young, pot belly, skinny legs, and you decide to wear like your skinny jeans, like very skinny jeans and very fitted t-shirts, and then it's all drawn because you just want to look like the youngsters. Come on, Brapenyi. You can't do that. You know, as you grow, you need to dress appropriately.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And
so my wife really influences what I wear. She does.
Yeah. Wife, thank you.
Yeah.
You've done it well.
She's actually done a good job. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, she has.
Yeah, she has, definitely.
Senyo.
yeah, I mean, that you can't run away from the fact that you, given that you want to be yourself, you're still dressing to impress.
Yeah.
Right. So whether it's you're going to see your girlfriend or you're going out with your wife, I mean, wives always have something to say.
Nice
Trust
one.
me.
Nice
with what you wear. So is that black coffee? Okay. so yes, indeed, I think they do.
And so I'm tempted to say Bra Kofi. So Kofi says, I mean, Kofi agrees that his wife plays a very key role in how he dresses. Yeah. And Senyo also admits that, look, irrespective of us wanting to look good, the women also play a role.
Yeah.
On this note, we'll draw the curtains down. I can't have much to say. I'll just say good night. We'll be back next week, Thursday, with another episode. Please stay with us another time. Thank you.